totally forgot that it was way too high. All right, hold on. We're coming. Hopefully that's good. Better. Okay. Hi. Let me get us up here. Hi, Jackie. Fix things up here. Hi, Keith. Hi, Dawn. Happy Monday. Hi, Angela. Hi, Brad. And Ponderous Pros and Ember Moon. Hello. Brad, I was just about to answer your question. Now, hold on. Let me... But I figured since I was going live, I was going to be late to answer your question. Then I'm like, oh, stop. I'll just answer it while I'm on there. So I'm here and I'm queer. Hi, Hexen. Hi, Maddie. Good. The gang's filtering in. So Brad had posted a question on the Facebook page, and I was going to answer it there. But I figured since I was about to go live, I would just talk about it a little bit here because it was a good question. Little Dandelion, hello. Hi, Johnny, Katie, Denise, and Whispers of Three, hello. Hexen was just watching your live from earlier. Yes, I know, right? Wasn't that great? He found some really cool stuff. I really liked that cauldron. And hi, Dave. Yay. Okay, so Brad's question was about spirit animals, and he's been seeing a lot of fox lately, all of a sudden kind of coming to him, and wanted to know if that was his spirit animal, and how do you know? So I was going to post the answer on Facebook, but I figured we'd talk about it real quick, because I don't know, I'm trying to remember if I've ever done a video on spirit animals, and honestly, I can't remember. There's so many videos in my thing, guys. I do not remember. Yuletide Oracle decks. Yes. There is. There's a couple really good ones on Etsy. As a matter of fact, I think one is called Yule something. Hold on. Hi, Jennifer. I wanted to say hi, but I'm not going to stay today. I will join the tarot classes when I can, but I have too much to do tonight to catch up since not being home. It's okay, Xanthia. I totally get it. I understand. We all have lives outside of this thing, so sometimes we got to take care of business. So what was I saying? Oh, let me not get distracted. Yule Oracle decks. If you look up Christmas, I think it's under Christmas Oracle. There's a couple really good ones on Etsy. And as a matter of fact, I may on this coming up week because I don't have a whole lot of Yule Oracle decks. I do have some that kind of remind me of that kind of vibe by Xanthia, but I don't have, specifically Yule ones. But Etsy has quite like 2 or 3 at least. So Brad, your question, let me tell you that there's a couple different, I don't know how to say this. First of all, you can have an animal totem, which is like the Native American zodiac almost. And so that is based on when you were born. So you were born early September, I believe, Brad. In which case that would be the bear. So that is not your animal totem. Your spirit animal can be something that comes in a lot for you, and your spirit animal can change every once in a while. Usually it's with you for a while, and then it can kind of change up. Now, I've had the same spirit animal I have a couple different ones. I have kind of some spirit guardian type things, and then my spirit animal has been the peacock for about 5 years, I think. And I know that is to help with my my issues with self-worth and stuff. The peacock tries to remind me to strut my stuff, to look at myself as beautiful, even though sometimes I'm like, oh God, I've gained a lot of weight, I've done this, I've done that, to really, carry myself like I'm proud of myself. So that is something that I have. Hold on. Spirit animals can W given by an elder. I have 2. Okay. Yes. We can talk a little bit about lots of stuff. Maddie, remind me if I don't get back around to it, because you know my brain. So Jackie, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Can something be given to you by an elder? Usually, hi Nicole. Usually it's that an animal is suddenly showing up to you, and if the animal shows up for you and then the problem that it's presenting disappears, then you know it was just a temporary thing. It's bringing you a message. So there's, like I said, 3 different things. One is the totem animal. That's kind of based on like almost a zodiac of the Native American culture. The other is a spirit animal that will stay with you for quite a while usually, and sometimes for life. And you can have a couple different ones. We're actually talking about Yule eventually, Nicole. And then there's animals that will come to you because they're bringing you a message. There's a message that you need to hear. And then it kind of goes away. If it sticks around, it could be a spirit animal. But if it kind of disappears after you've gotten the message, then it was just brought, you kept seeing that to get a message. Hope that helps. And there's a whole bunch of stuff on my Pinterest page. I have a whole board about spirit animals. So you can kind of look on there if you want. I can post some to the wall. It's up to you. If you're still here, Brad, I haven't seen you at all. Hi, everyone. My spirit guides are horse, squirrel, and the fox always. Perfect. I've been noticing them for 1.5 years, so it may be a spirit animal. It's something you got to keep an eye on. And once you know what that message is from them, then that's okay. Once you know what that message is from them, then if it still sticks around, then it's most likely a spirit animal for a while. Hey, I am too late. Thank you for doing this. No problem, Karen. I'm drinking Coke Zero, but I think I may make some coffee. Go to Jen's Pinterest when you have a spare day or 2. That's true. That's true. You can kind of get lost in there. It's definitely lots of information. I've spent years kind of building up information in there. So it's for everyone to share. Go right ahead, share whatever you want out of there. If I have listed a link or a credit, make sure if you share it, you kind of include the credit. If I have not, it's because I couldn't find any. Somehow the source that I got didn't have credit with it. So just so you know. All right. How are we doing? I'm unaware of mine, but I felt attached to butterflies and penguins as a child, and I'm still very attached to cats. Could those be it? Absolutely. I would take a look at what they all mean. And if they make sense for you to have that, then definitely, that could be it. And somebody said something really nice, and I meant to say something and I got lost. Oh, Denise. Thank you, Denise. I do. I try to, and that's why I know my peacock is my spirit animal, is because I know it's to remind me I'm beautiful, and because, some days, and less so now. So maybe I have a new spirit animal on the way, but for a long time, it was hard to... you don't see that young person, you don't see that thin person, and so after a while, you kind of need the reminder to remind yourself that you're beautiful. So I had peacocks when I was growing up. Awesome. Okay, let's get into it a little bit anyways. I do want to talk about Yule tonight. So Yule is the winter solstice. So there's the summer solstice, and that's the end of June. And then the winter solstice is usually the 21st or 22nd of, let me see your peacock. I have a million peacocks. I'll have to show you guys that someday I'll show you my peacock collection because it's my spirit animal. I have a million. I've gotten jiggly like Jello over the years. Me too. But, you know, it's more comfortable to lay with jiggly Jello than it is a stick. Oh, Matt, buy her a drink first. So, you guys are terrible. I am going to put our squirrel as our mascot, I swear. And I love, by the way, Angela did that great squirrel with the witch's hat, which was just awesome. And so now I've been looking up, like, the squirrel can be a spirit animal and has some great information on there. So anyways, okay, so winter solstice is usually either December 21st or December 22nd. It is the shortest day, followed by the longest night of the year. Longest night followed by the shortest day of the year. Switch that, thank you. Is December 23rd. Yay! So right after. That's awesome. Hi, Somewhere in Time. Glad you could be here. I have to admit that I get confused. And I was talking about this with my husband and my son yesterday about if the longest night is supposed to be after the shortest day, which is what they were trying to tell me. Like the shortest day comes and then when it gets dark, that's supposed to be the longest night. But I don't think so because of how we celebrate it. It was always celebrated the night before, waiting for the shortest day. No. Okay, I can kind of see where they're coming from now. Because the shortest day happens, it gets dark, and then we're like, oh, is it ever going to get sun again? Okay, I'm with it. So shortest day followed by the longest night. Don't ask me to do math, but I just got it. Like after years, you guys, I have been celebrating it the opposite way, and I've been wrong. And I'm like, and I still was like, what the hell? Until just now, I just got it. Because after the shortest day, it gets dark so quick that we're celebrating, waiting for December 21st. Yes, is the solstice this year. Waiting for that sun to come back up. And when it arrives, we can still celebrate that as the sun is rising. But the shortest day had already happened. I'm happy with that. I feel so much better. Okay. Yeah, it's the longest night and the days start to get longer. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what happens is, way back when, before there was electric lights and all that stuff, when the Celtic people and a lot of people, the Egyptians, a lot of the ancient cultures celebrated Yule. They didn't call it Yule, but they celebrated that solstice because they noticed, the Mayans, the Egyptians, all that, they noticed that it began to get darker and darker and darker and darker and darker until they hit this point that the sun seemed to stand still. It kept rising. Yes, Daryl Dixon tea, yay. I was a little worried about him last night, so I had to watch it today. I didn't get a chance because we were on so late last night. I didn't get a chance to watch My Walking Dead. Okay, thank you. So I was a little worried about him last night because I knew somebody big was dying. So I'm very happy to report it's not Daryl. I love the Yule song you had on while getting your Yule stuff ready. I know. I have my whole playlist is awesome. And I did post that playlist. And I have to say, that's one of the things I hate about Oh, well, I didn't tell you who died. I just told you it wasn't Daryl. About YouTube is that I can't play music in the background because I have so much music I want to share with you, but you know, the copyright thing screws it up. So, until they ran into trees. I missed it. Okay. So anyway, where the hell am I? Squirrel. All right. So, many of the ancient cultures celebrated the darkest night, and they began to notice that as it came to that December 21st, December 22nd, which they didn't say was just because they didn't go by the Julian calendar, but the same time every year that the sun seemed to come up in the same spot. I must be broken. I never got into The Walking Dead. Oh, Maddie. It's so good, honey. I can't believe you watched like, American, The Witch Show, and you don't watch Walking Dead. Okay. Yes, it is. The universal language. I hate that. I have so many songs that I want to share. I hate it. But anyways. Writing in Sanskrit. Be right back while I get my tea. Yes, American Horror Story. Thank you, Maddie. My brain is not quite on tonight, guys. I'll get there, I promise. But they noticed that the sun kept rising and falling at the same place for like a week. And so that was important to them. They, I know, me neither. Don't say, Monica, but I know, me neither. I had my tissues. I cried. And it was very important to them that, look, the sun normally changes. It moves a little farther over each day, and then it comes back some, and it moves a little farther over. And they noticed that for like a week, it's in the same spot, and it gets darker and darker and darker. Yes, I love the solstice song. I love that. That's a very celebratory song, and I like that one a lot. It's very good. I also, in my head, when I think of Yule, I always think of two songs. One is Bring Back the Night by the Blackmore chick. Can't think. Bring back the night. That song, so good. And I always think of Mary Chapin Carpenter, the Longest Night song. Really good song for solstice too. So anyways, they began to celebrate when the sun came back up because they started getting worried. And the pagan cultures before felt that they needed to celebrate me neither, Matt. What? Oh, you didn't get into it either? It's so good, you guys. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but it's really good. I can't believe I'm going to go squirrel moment like this. I did not get into Walking Dead till it was like season 3, and I started it the first season and caught up with Netflix, and then I've been all in since then. So very, very, very good show. Really good. So the pagans thought that they had to celebrate and light candles to show the sun the way back to them because they thought it might not rise. They thought this might be it, and we might not ever get it back again. We have to coax it to come back up because it's kind of getting darker and darker, and we're getting more and more night. And what if it doesn't come back? So they thought we must have to coax it back. Let's sing and dance all night long. Let's light candles. Let's stay up all night and hope that that sun comes back. And then when it did come back, there was a big celebration. 21st is not always solstice. Yep, that's true. The real ways, yep. The 21st this year is solstice. But yes, that's true. It depends on when the shortest day is. And it could be either the 21st or the 22nd. I actually remember, I think once 3 or 4 years ago, it was on the 20th, which was a weird year. Usually it's 21st or 22nd, but yes. I like watching it. I haven't gotten started with this season yet. Oh, very good, very good. If I have to watch Practical Magic, they have to watch Walking Dead. Right, Brad? I agree. You all have to watch Walking Dead. So this year it's the 21st too. Yes, exactly. It is. So, as a pagan, as someone who follows the wheel of the year, remember we talked about at Mabon. No, it's the 21st. This year is the 21st. So remember we talked about at Mabon what happened. The god sacrificed himself into the fields to be chummed up as nutrients for the field. And so the god died at Mabon this year. He dies at Mabon every year, but we talked about it this year. He dies at Mabon, and he is nutrients for the field. And then at Samhain, the wheel turns again, and what happens? At Samhain, the god is implanted into the goddess's womb. So she gets pregnant with the god again. And here she is pregnant. And so now here we are at Yule. And what happens at Yule? The sun is birthed again. So we're looking for the rising of the sun again. Hi, Tina. And so as that sun is rebirthed, the sun comes up. And so the wheel of the year turns again. That all symbolically all happens. And that's what we're going to do all year, is follow that symbolic story that the pagans used to talk about what happens to everything. Everything in life is like that cyclical thing. So it happens to our bodies. It happens to our planet. It happens to there's a Yule episode of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I know, I can't wait. I was really excited to hear that. And I have to say, I'm really hoping that Salem, her familiar, gets more airtime, because it was so cool. What was it, the second episode or something? They showed her familiar and what he actually turns into to protect her. And then they hardly showed him like the whole rest of the series. I was like, what the hell? I really liked that version of a familiar. That was just really cool. I just finished watching Hexton's video. Yay! Hi, Jack! So, I will be sick that day if I'm supposed to work. Right? Oh, it was so good. I love Salem too. I thought that was the whole, how they did the familiar, kind of turning into this big badass protective spirit thing, was awesome. And then they like left it alone the entire rest of the season. So that was annoying. But anyways, okay. So we're following the cyclical seasons. We're following the seasons of the year, which all coincide with our pagan story. We're following the birth and death of ourself and rebirth again. Everything that we do follows the wheel of the year. And that's why our religion is so, to me, that's why I connected so much. Because every single thing in life follows this cyclical motion. The crops, they follow this cyclical motion, right? They follow the wheel of the year, the turning of the year too. The trees, everything that is alive follows the wheel of the year. So how could it be wrong? How could it be anything but that? Because everything in life follows that. So, like, to me, it just was that moment of, I found it. I found the right thing. I found, at least for me, I found this path that is like the most awesome thing because everything follows it. Hi, Ben. Welcome. Everything in life follows the pagan wheel of the year. And if it wasn't right, then everything wouldn't follow it. But it does. It follows it perfectly. Every single thing follows it. One thing I find hilarious is that the Christian holidays follow our wheel of the year. I know. And that has to do a lot with the old church. And when they were setting up the old church, they really wanted to entice the pagan people to follow them. So in order to do that, they changed, Christmas. Jesus didn't die in December. He didn't die anywhere near December. It was like end of September, beginning of October or something. But they wanted the pagans to cross over into Christianity. And so all the pagans were like, we're not giving up all our festivals and all our cool stuff, that we do. And so thank you. You're so quick, Maddie. Good job. So they didn't have to. The Christian church made it so that they could keep their festivals by kind of taking on a lot of our holidays. And so that's why, there's a tree at Christmas, and there's a reindeer at Christmas, and stuff. All that has to do with pagan stuff. That doesn't have anything to do with, the birth of Christ. Yes, born. I know. When I said that, thank you, Ember. When I said that, I totally was like, yeah, I totally said that wrong. Same thing though in with Ostara, with Easter. But yes. Why is there a tree? Oh, good question. Let's see if we can get into this. Yeah. Okay. So does the tree. Yep. Okay. So everything follows the pagan wheel of the year. Everything. I love it. Okay, so the sun is reborn at Yule through the goddess. She is the parent in this case. Christian was once pagan holidays. Jesus was exactly born in September, October. They didn't want them to, yes, their traditions, Son of God, Tree of Life. Yep, absolutely. So they really just kind of took on our stuff so that hopefully people would move to Christianity still. She's the parent, he is the child, and then later he's the partner, right? Which I know people kind of go, ew, but you have to realize this is like a symbolic thing. So yes, kind of son and lover and all that, but it's, and it's different aspects of the God, and it's not, it's not a true to life thing, guys. It's a symbology. It's that energy. It's that we're looking at the wheel turning. So just like that song, pagans use the tree and branches to decorate their homes. That's true. There's actually a better reason, but yes. It's a nice way of saying they rape the pagan religions to benefit their own religion and pull us into it. Yep, that is a very nice way of saying that. That's true. Absolutely. Constantine. And it was Constantine who really he's the one that wrote everything down and decided what was going to be in the Bible and all that crap. So he's the one that really pushed for the dates to be changed. Like, oh, you know what? This would fit that. Let's make that the birth of Christ, because this kind of fits that. And then we'll do that. And then Ostara, well, let's call it Easter. And that's when he dies. And all that. And it doesn't follow that at all. Hey, folks, Yule Yammer is a great name. Thank you, Butterfly Magic. I was going off of Tarot Talk, and I'm like, okay, we're not going to do Tarot Talk. We're going to do Yule Yammer. So there's so many songs that go along with this. One of the chants, if you guys don't know any of the chants, they really help with ritual. They worshipped the sun god, not the son of God. Yep, Christmas tree always stays green, everlasting. Yes, perfect. Yes. That's right. So lots of chants to help with your ritual, to help you get into that space. So one of them is We All Come from the Goddess. There's a lot of people keep trying to message me. Oh, go away, please. There. Liturgical church seasons try to fit in 1 year. Sad to say it takes on so many pagan holidays and rituals. Yep, absolutely. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what Constantine did, for sure. What was I saying? Chants. Oh, We All Come from the Goddess. That's a good one for this time of year, because it's a good one for all rituals, really. I use that one almost all the time. I think I might have sang that one at Samhain. I can't remember which one I sang, but that one I almost always include in my ritual. So it's a really good one. So at Yule, her sun is reborn in his solar aspect, right? So the sun, S-U-N, versus the sun, S-O-N. The physical illusion of the sun's rising from the earth makes it meaningful for the wheel to turn again. We have a log with greenery and lights. Awesome. Okay, so what else does it talk about? We can talk about, there was a poem written a long time ago, Easter to eggs, fertility goddess. Yep, that's right. There's no eggs. The eggs have nothing to do with, or chickens or rabbits who reproduce really quickly and a lot. That has to do with Ostara. That doesn't have to do with Easter and the death and rising of Christ. It has to do with our holiday, Ostara, because we celebrate fertility and spring and everything being born anew and all that kind of stuff. So can you review a bit about the triple aspect of the goddess? You mean maiden, mother, crone? Isn't it crazy to match up eggs, fertility with the death of? Yeah. Yep, you just said it. I know it. They really tried really hard to fit everything into that. So yes, the goddess is, we call her a triple goddess. Not every sect of paganism does that. That's okay. I'll only put up something if I find it fallen. It speaks to me. It kills me to see trees cut down this time of year. Yeah, Brad, I know. I hear you. Maddie asked me earlier. Yes. Okay. So, we see the goddess as a triple goddess because, again, the turning of the wheel, it goes through the turning of the wheel. She starts as the maiden, and that starts at Ostara when she is suddenly fertile. That means she's growing and she's fertile. And at Beltane, she goes through the great rite. Do we know what the great rite is? That is the horned god and the goddess. They find each other and they go have sex in the field. And they go have sex in the field so that stuff will grow. And they'll have harvest and they'll make babies and all that. Yep. All that spring stuff is coming and we want stuff to start growing a lot in summer. I climb my way through mother, hopefully crone. I will be more comfortable, right? Absolutely. Wink, wink time. Yep, right. So, and Beltane is a big deal. You know, my husband and I have had sex outside every Beltane for a while. And that's, you know, for my husband, he's like, woohoo, an excuse to have sex outside. But it's very symbolic. So, you know, I allow him to have that. I think every pagan should do that. If you're with someone or have someone you can do that with, that's a good time to do that. And that is very symbolic. And how much better can sex be when it's symbolic of the god and goddess? Whew. Great sex. Maybe I can go out in the field and find someone willing to, right? Go looking, you know. It used to be now, long ago, the pagans used to have, the men wore masks and horns and chase the maidens, and whoever they caught, that's who they were with. So, absolutely a religious experience. That's right. And that's the maiden phase. When she gets to the horned god, horny stags chasing maidens. That's right. Absolutely. And all those stories are true. Lucky me, I'm a slow runner. And then what happens? She gets pregnant. So who wants to sex me up? So that turns into her mother phase. And then, so we celebrate her mother phase as she is pregnant and she has children, and we go through all the harvest part. That is all. You had me at masks and horns, but lost me at chasing. Well, you know, nobody said you had to run really fast. Like Jackie says, good thing you run slow. So the harvest phase, that is the mother phase. And then we get into the crone phase. And now is the crone phase of the goddess. After she has her children, the sun god, that the rest of that dark winter is her crone phase. Because now she's had the child, and now it's kind of, wrapping things up. Jen, the three goddesses circle that Hecate belongs to is who? Hecate herself is the three goddesses in one. I have heard it. Who is it? There is it Brigitte that has three different names as the aspect of the three goddesses? Brigitte, Caradwin, I want to say. And then, so where are all those fields exactly? Right? Well, they used to be Celtic, really, and Druid too. And oh yeah, the Morgan is the crone. I want to say, I'd have to really look though. In Druidry, it's Albin Arthur at Yule in celebration of the Oak King defeating the Holly King. Woohoo! All right. Good job, Ben. That is literally next on my, look, woohoo. Literally next on my thing here. Yes, so the Druids celebrate there was a poem written a whole long time ago that talked about the Oak King and the Holly King. And there seems to be some debate. Is it your path, Ben? That's awesome. Well, you could probably do this part better than me then. There seems to be some debate. Most of the stuff that I read talks about the Yule King, the Holly King, reigns from midsummer until Yule. And then at Yule, the Oak King defeats him, and he reigns from Yule until midsummer. That always seemed like backwards to me, though. And I have seen it done the other way because, you would think the Yule King would reign during the winter months, and then the Oak King would be strong when it was the summer months. But I did read something today, and did I keep it? I don't know. And that one thing finally made a little bit of sense. About why it is the way it is. And I don't remember if I printed it out. I printed it out a bunch of stuff, but the light starts waning when the Holly King wins. Yes. Okay. Yes. They aren't really two different gods, Hexen. They are like two aspects. Like Maiden Mother Crone is all really the same goddess, but in different aspects of her life. Same thing. It's the same god, truly, but different aspects. So when the light starts waning, that's when the Holly King wins, because his part is until the light is, the shortest day. And then the Oak King wins, and he starts pulling that light back up. Perfect. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. I knew I read something that it made sense to me today. I'm Egyptian based. Awesome. Egyptians have a very similar story for the whole thing. And theirs is theirs Mithras, I believe. Or am I screwing it up? I have to think about it. There's so many. Each culture has their own story and very much follows the Christian and very much follows the pagan path too. So that's why we talk about pagan encompasses a whole bunch of different religions, because it's like Christianity would encompass Catholic and Protestant and Presbyterian and all that. Christian is the big name. So for us, pagan is the big name, and that encompasses all the different paths. So same thing. Every path has their own story that goes along with this, though. Me too. I know. I love the different mythologies. Okay. Holly King, Oak. They also, Holly King and Oak King, they're also known as the light and dark twins also. In some writings and stuff, they are known as the light and dark twins. Okay. So what else? I have so much information here. Okay. Longest night of the year marks the return of the sun, lengthening of days, time of introspection. So that's why the Gemini twins. Ben, you rock. You need to be here tonight with me, damn it. We should have set it up. All right, so I'm going to know when I need Druid information, I'm calling Ben. So that's why, my shadow work. That's why I talk about, I really start shadow work at Samhain a little bit. But my deep shadow work really starts after Yule. Because to me, it's a long time till Imbolc comes. That is, to me, that's one of the longest times we have between Sabbats. And it seems like a really long time, longer than most of the rest of it, that we're waiting for the next Sabbath. So we're kind of, after Yule, we're kind of in a holding pattern. And that's when I do most of my shadow work, is from Yule until Imbolc. Because Imbolc, then we start looking forward. We start looking to the growth of things. We know that, wait, who are the twins? They are the Holly King and the Oak King. They are also called the light twin and the dark twin, and they're the Gemini twins. Seasonal blues, use it to do shadow work. Yes, absolutely. Hexen, it's so interesting how every single race from the past had their own mythology and gods, but they are all similar in the same way. They all can't be wrong. That's right. That's right. Isn't that great? I love when you start listening to, and that's when I don't want to do Jesus is wrong thing, but we could, because there are so many mythologies that are so much older than the story of Jesus that follow exactly the Jesus path, that follow that he was born a virgin birth, that he died from crucifixion, that he rose again after 3 days. There's like 3, 4, 5 different mythologies from different cultures that were way before Jesus that follow the exact same thing. So I'm not saying Jesus didn't happen. I'm just saying that can't be the only way. Sorry. Because you know what? If it is, then he followed all those other people. So Imbolc is when the light is restored to the world. Yes, that is, Imbolc is when we know we have hope of the coming spring. The light is starting to come back. And we know that underneath that snow, that things are starting to grow again. And sometimes if we're lucky, depends on, in New York, it depends. But sometimes if we're lucky, we start to see snowdrops. They're like the first sign that spring is coming and that stuff is actually growing underneath the earth. And so we really celebrate the fact that we know it's coming, that we know that spring is coming. We have hope. We have that hope of spring coming again. Yes, there's documentaries on YouTube that support what you're saying. Absolutely. There's information all over the place. Nicole, embrace the darkness. I know, Nicole. I'm anxious about the incoming dark. I hear you, honey. You know, Nicole, you may be one of those people that really needs to have a UV light. There's a lot of people, especially where we live, where Ben and I live in the Northeast, there's a lot of people that have to have that UV light in the wintertime, because it's here especially, it is so gray. By now we have lost blue skies. Even if the weather is halfway decent, we still don't have blue skies and sun. It's gray for months until usually April at least. So there's a lot of people that need that UV light so that there's an actual condition that your brain does not make as much, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Yes, that's definitely a thing. It's not melatonin. It's, Serotonin. Thank you. Thank you, Heidi. Hi. Yes, and vitamin D, and take vitamin D also, serotonin. So if your brain is not getting enough serotonin, it's because you're not getting enough of that light. So people actually have to have UV lights that they sit in front of for a certain amount of time a day. So check into it, because it may be that you're not getting enough of that. Yes. Okay. Serotonin. Great, guys. Thank you for being my brain out there. I appreciate it. Seasonal affective disorder. Thank you, Laura. Perfect. A grow light for plants works great and is cheaper. Oh, duh. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Go to Walmart and get a grow light for plants and sit in front of it. Yes, absolutely, Nicole. Get some more serotonin. It can't hurt. Absolutely. And it's a grow light at, oh, we have another troll. Wait, let me read it. This woman loves Satan and consorts with demons. Oh, I love this one. Her wicked purpose. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you very much, troll. I must be a huge threat to you, huh? Thanks for joining us. Gotta love it. Yes, grow happy plants. I love a salt lamp this time of year. Absolutely. Salt lamps can help too. Troll. Yes, and we will all grow healthier and happier, and go get a grow light at Walmart, because praise Satan. Oh, you guys don't miss a beat. I love it. So that will help you a lot. I believe in that for sure. Troll and Dungeons thought you ought to know. Yes, we know, Dave. Thank you. I'm very proud of my trolls. I love my trolls. Not as much as I love you guys, but I love my trolls. I've been told humans are plants with anxiety. That is great. Absolutely. I totally get that. Satan, who's that? I can't even spell Satan, right? Satan, Santa, whatever, something like that. Please get a life, trolls. I really, you guys, I know I say that like, but I really mean it. I love my trolls, because to me, I know I am a huge threat. If these people are taking their time out of their day to join my live, listen for long enough to figure out what I'm doing, and then have to comment on it, I'm like, look at that. I'm a huge threat. I love it. That means I'm doing my job, and I'm doing it well. So thank you, trolls, for taking your valuable time out of your day, which you probably sit in front of a computer screen like your entire life. But hey, I don't mind. Turning my hand blue because I didn't rinse my yarn enough after dyeing it. Oh, Heidi. Let's put elf hats on the trolls and hang them on the Yule tree. I love it. Love your videos, but this is the first time for a live chat. Hi, Jim. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Consult your doctor before taking any serotonin. Please do blood work and maybe a mild antidepressant. Yes, I wouldn't take serotonin, but you can sit in front of a grow light. You don't have to consult your doctor for that. You can sit in front of a grow light for half an hour a day, and I give you permission. It's a good thing. Trolls, please go away and come again. Never another day. They need to get out into the fields. That's right. Jen, where was Jesus born? Bethlehem. Welcome, Jen. Her live chats are so much fun. Okay. Good. All right, here we go. So, winter solstice, time of gathering with friends. And that's the other part of the dark time that you need to embrace, is to, in a barn. No, I mean, what day was Jesus born? It is, they're not exactly sure, because, you know, they don't even know where Jesus' body went. They kind of guess and all that. It's sometime late September, early October, from what the historians have been able to piece together. But not many first years could take on a full-grown mountain troll and live to tell the tale. Hey, Hermione over here. Gardening and sunshine are free. Absolutely. Is squirrel moment. Hold on, I'm back. One of the things you need to take advantage of is, because it's cold, because it's darker, because there is less to do outside, even though You still should try to get outside, even when it's cold and dark and all that. You have to, I make myself go out on the full moon, every full moon, for at least 10 minutes. And then my other rule is, if the moon is out and I can see it when I get out of my car at night, I stay out for 10 minutes. And that's just to get my ass outside. I have to do it. But take advantage of that time to do stuff with your family. Start playing board games. Start doing, questions. There's all kinds of games out there, trivia games and questions about their life, and ask them about, what their dreams and goals and aspirations are. Start doing crafts together. I really try to take the time with my family now because it's dark and you're not going outside and doing stuff with friends as much. So take that time with your family. Make it a time with your family. Yes, Jesus was a Libra. I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's awesome. Somewhere in time. Yes, that is awesome. For sure. I did not even think of that. I love it. Bethlehem didn't exist when he was supposedly born. Well, what are you going to do? Piggly Wiggly revival. No shit. You can come visit me. Our high was 72 degrees. Oh my gosh. Angela, I may be on my way. Got to take my dog out. Well, hurry, Brad, before he goes pee on you. All right. So, take the time to friends, family, neighbors to share the stored abundance of the previous harvest. So don't forget, in Mabon, what did we do? We pulled all that extra harvest in. We pulled as much harvest in as we could to save up for the winter to come. And now is the time when we share with family and friends the harvest and abundance that we celebrated. Yule is both Scandinavian and Germanic festival marking the winter holiday. The decorating of trees, singing of songs, telling of stories, hot spice drinks, sacred pine boughs all have their roots in pagan winter solstice and Yule practices. Deer and their association with the horned god Cernunnos have also survived modern celebrations. Plus, I will say reindeer have a very specific, and I hope I have it here. I'll have to tell the story eventually here. Reindeer have a very specific, really annoyed with people trying to message me when I'm on. It's not you guys. It's okay. It's like people I actually know. Reindeer have a very specific story to go along with them that have to do with Odin. And even the number of reindeer is like the number of legs that Odin's deer had. And there's a whole story that goes with it. So that's where they got a lot of that Santa and the reindeer kind of stuff. Okay, just looked up plant grow lights for SAD. Apparently they work better than the expensive treatment lights. Did not know that. So thanks. I have grow lights. We'll use them. Hey, to harvest my serotonin. Awesome. Anyone Greek in here? Does Retsina have any pagan uses during the dark months? Ooh, I do not know that at all. That is a very good question. In your pantheon of goddesses, is there a sun goddess? Oh, that's a good question, Hexen. It's funny. Usually the sun deities are gods, huh? I'm trying to think. I think in Egyptian is the sun. I don't think there's any Egyptian goddesses for the sun. I mean, Egyptian is the god. Oh, Bast. Okay, there you go. Bast is. And in Japan, there's a goddess of the sun. Awesome. I knew there had to be some. And I think there is also one in the African tradition. And I am totally blanking on her name. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Or thank you, Hexen, for asking that for Johnny. Mithras was Roman Egyptian. I usually celebrate the Germanic side of my heritage this year. Awesome. Ashen. Yes. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Great, guys. You guys are great. Look at. Yeah, Isis is moon. That's true. Okay. Ancient Druids harvested mistletoe from sacred oaks. Am I being a downer? No, Nicole, you're fine, honey. The way you get out of depression is to spend time with people who care about you. So we're glad you're here. Harvested mistletoes from sacred oaks to hang in the doorway of homes to ensure the blessings of the sacred groves for good luck. The Yule log is lit, mistletoe is harvested and hung, bonfires blaze, feasting and sharing handmade objects all take place on winter solstice to celebrate the passage of the longest night and the return of the sun's power. Woohoo! So this is a great poem for Yule, and I'll post this stuff on our wall rather than read out poems and stuff. But Yule, which is also known as winter solstice, yep. The winter solstice is the longest night of the year, marks the beginning of the new solar year, ending of the old. The goddess manifests as the great mother, and the god becomes born again as the sun child. Yep. Roman holiday for Yule was known as Saturnalia, which is true. The purpose of the celebration was to end the old year and begin the new year. And they celebrated that for like a week. I think it was 5 days, or it might have been a week. It was several days though. At this time of year, the energy is best used for regeneration and renewal. Power flow shifts from endurance to death to rebirth. The earth's tides are turning as darkness prevails. This is a time of rebirth of the mind and soul. Work on personal alchemy and spiritual paths. Yule is also a time to set new goals, new ideas, dreams, hopes, and projects are born, and our thoughts and energies turn to the new season of life ahead. Even though there are months of cold ahead for many of us, but the light grows and the warmth will follow. Perfect, right? There's a couple recipes I have. There's correspondences. I'll post a bunch of that in our Facebook page. The pagan origins of the Christmas tree. The tree was brought into the house so the wood spirits would be kept warm during the cold winter months. Food and treats were hung on the branches for the spirits to eat. Bells were hung on the limbs to chime when an appreciative spirit was present. A 5-pointed star, a pentagon, representing the 5 elements, was placed atop the tree. So perfect, right? Yeah, there you go. Jesus' birth thrown in, right? The Egyptian moon deities. Yes. Ooh, this one is little. Greatest darkness. Earlier peoples noticed such phenomenon and supplicated the forces of nature to lengthen the days and shorten the nights. Wiccans sometimes celebrate Yule just before dawn, then watch the sun rise as a fitting finale to their efforts. After the Norse brought Yule into prominence it nearly replaced Samhain as the date of the new year. And many modern Celtic covens still honor Yule as the new year. That's true. I've heard people say that Yule is the new year, which it can be if you want to celebrate it. I always celebrate it as Samhain, but it can be the new year at Yule. The Nordic-influenced Celts celebrated Yule with many of the trappings we associate with modern Christmas observances: decorated evergreen trees, wreaths, holly, mistletoe, feasting, and dancing. They also believed that on this night, the Holly King, as the god of the waning year, would battle the Oak King, the god of the waxing year, and lose. Often, Yule coven rituals have members reenact this fight. The goddess gives birth to a son, the god at Yule. This is in no way an adaptation of Christianity. The winter solstice has been long viewed as the time of divine births. Mithras was said to have been born at this time, which is, again, they were celebrating Mithras being born, and they just kind of put Christ into that. Saran, I have a Cherokee Indian spirit. The Norse celebrate for a couple weeks. 5 days, and that was the Roman Saturnalia. I think it was 5 days. It might have been a week, but I swear it was 5 days. All of these pagan symbols, and yet Christians do not recognize the history of how paganism is at the root of Christianity at all. I know. They are very blinded. You know, and sometimes I think it's not their fault. I feel like I could have been one of those people had I not been shown the truth. Right? No, I am not doing that, Jen. Constantine did this to unite the people together. He only got baptized a Christian right before his death. And didn't he have, was it his wife that was Christian or something? Or am I confusing? Maybe no. I can't remember now. Maybe, yeah, mainly fundamental Christians. Yep, absolutely. Brad, you didn't really miss anything important. That's okay. Some of them think King James wrote the Bible. Yeah, for sure. Winter solstice has long been viewed as a time of divine births. Mithras was said to have been born at this time. The Christians simply adopted it for their use in 173 current era. This is the time of death and rebirth of the sun god. The days are shortest. The sun is at its lowest point. The full moon after Yule is considered to be the most powerful of the whole year. And that's important because at that moon, which I think is called the cold moon is in December. So unless it's right at the end. When is the next full moon, guys? Do you all know? Is it after Yule this time or is it before Yule? I think last year was on Yule. Anybody? Hi, Becca. Welcome, welcome. Nobody knows, huh? It's December 22nd. Okay, so that full moon is the strongest. That full moon energy is the strongest of the whole year. So that is when really you should bring out your crystals that you don't normally bring out. That's when I bring out like my big display pieces. I have a big selenite sphere I bring out to recharge in that moon. I have my big pieces I try to bring out at Yule to really be re-energized at that time because I don't bring them out all the time. It's too hard to bring out all my crystals, and I'm not going to bring out all my big ones all the time. So I really try to do it maybe twice a year. Hecola's Native American goddess, with the help of the trickster coyote man, was able to convince her to light up the world. Oh, I love that. Ah, that's a great story. I want to get a copy of that story. Keep that for me, Hexen, would you? And message it to me because I want to find a story with that. That's a great version of that. December 22nd. Awesome. I'm just listening. My thumbs are not working well. That's okay. Cold moon in December. Yes. Perfect. Can you put up a good, reputable place to buy crystals? Yes. Karen, are you in the Facebook page? Because I'll put it up in the Facebook page if you are. And if not, I'll try to remember to come back and put it on the YouTube. I have quite a few that I have worked with for years. So I can put it up on the Facebook page if you're up there. Druid question. Isn't Christmas Eve night the time to cut a staff or wand? Ooh, Brad, are you still in here? Or I mean, Ben? Let me know, because I'm not sure. I think I've heard that before. What books are you getting all the information? Book Club needs to know here. Okay, so I have lots of Yule books, because there's lots of Yule books out there, I will tell you. Ready? Are we all ready for book club sharing time? The Fires of Yule, a Kvelton guide for celebrating the winter solstice. Let's set up a Google Drive to share online witchy books. We could do that. It would take me forever. Oh no, Crystal Leaks, shut up and take my money. I know, right? Luna ha. Okay, good luck. Ulunuhai, Cherokee goddess of the sun. Her name meant apportioner, as she was responsible for dividing time into units. Her warmth was captured for man by grandmother, her spider woman's web. Ooh, that's great. I don't have money, so I just download free stuff. That sounds good, Nicole. Go ahead. That'd be great. So this book is by Montague Witzel. And that one has a lot of good information about, I believe this one is about the Celtic traditions. If you want to be our pagan characters initiated into what they call the, okay. So let me read, what are we, we're over an hour already. Okay, hold on. I want to read you what this book is about. I'm getting this from goddessguide.com. Thank you, Hexen. This, I just had it. What the hell did I do with that page? Damn it. This is a very specific book. The Celtic traditions are a fictional construct based on the years of research into Celtic and other pagan European traditions. They were created in response to the need to have a livable, contemporary spirituality that was both grounded in the past and open-ended enough to allow its practitioners to continue to grow and change as they live their lives from the 21st centuries. As the text of the Fires of Yule has come to its present form, this fictional tradition has become a template and touchstone for many students and various friends who have sought to enrich their experience of the winter solstice season. Yes, I will have, tomorrow will be Tarot Tuesday. I do have Tarot Tuesday tomorrow. Then this one is the Solstice Evergreen, the history, folklore, and origins of the Christmas tree. So you wanted to know where the Christmas tree came from? Here's an entire book about where it came from. This is by Cheryl Ann Karras. This book is by Dorothy Morrison. This is the Yule book. This is the book that Llewellyn made, you know, books for every Sabbath. And this is it Llewellyn? Yes. And this is the Yule book for every sound. So it has crafts, it has recipes, it has fun facts, it has all that. More Naked Men Tuesday. Yay! Okay, well then I will rebook my Tarot Tuesday because it competes with, oh, I'm sorry, Butterfly Magic. Did I do that? I apologize. I'm sorry. What time do you go on? Maybe I could go on a little later than you. No problem at all. It's all good. Okay. Let me know if you go on. I have to miss this Naked Man Tuesday. Oh, no, Brad. Man, we'll work it out. Okay. Let me know. Message me. The Old Magic of Christmas, Yuletide Traditions for the Darkest Days of the Year by Linda Radish. Tomorrow for Tarot Tuesday. Beautiful. The Return of the Light, 12 Tales from Around the World for Winter Solstice. This one's by Carolyn McVicker Edwards. This one, I'm actually going to start reading a story a night, I think, and uploading. I'm going to try to. When Santa Was a Shaman. Pagan Christmas. My husband is from Lebanon, and he said Santa Claus was called Papa Noel. Absolutely. And also in France, I think Santa Claus is called Papa Noel. And finally, the Winter Solstice. And this one's by the great John Matthews and Caitlin Matthews. Love the Matthews couple. They do a lot of good books. Sorry, was making tea, listening, cleansing, blessing the staff is normally done around Yule, as is the cutting of the mistletoe. Thank you, Ben. I knew we'd get an answer from that. Okay, so those are the books that I get my information from. Oh, as well as, of course, this is my favorite book, guys, for every Sabbath. This is Ashia Ogaya, and she has two books. One is for the dark half of the year, and one is for the light half of the year. And her information in here is flawless. It's intensive. She has a chapter on each Sabbath, and they are my favorite books for the Sabbaths. Just so you know. Love, love, love these. And then I get my information from all kinds of other sources. I always research. I always research. I research online. I see what stories I can come up with. I do a ton of research on stuff, guys, all the time. And like I said, when I became a pagan, I became a sponge. And I feel like I just try to suck stuff in as much as I possibly can. And I still do. I don't think there's much on here that we didn't cover. For pagans, their traditional festival is Yule. On the darkest, longest night of that winter solstice, communities of old gathered around the Yule log to celebrate the birth of the son of the goddess, the Mabon, known as the star child. The sun would become the sun god, representing the return of the light, and within a few days, the nights would begin to shorten. In Wicca, there's a battle between the Holly King and the Oak King, in which the oak, representing the lighter times, will win. Funny they say that is Wicca. So again, and I will tell you again, I've said this before, be careful where you get your information. Some of it is good, but get it from several sources so that you know what you're saying is correct. Because that did not originate with Wicca. That originated with the Druids. So it's funny that they just say that. Guys, that goddess website has a lot of information on many goddesses that I never even heard of. Awesome, Hexen. Good. Good, good, good. And I have shown the goddess books before, I know, when we were going through the goddess stuff. You should mention it and post a link in the Facebook group. Yes. Got to find a good Yule log recipe for cooking. Oh, I got lots of those, Jackie. Remind me and I'll give you one. Horus became Zeus in the Greek story and Jesus in the Jewish story. Hathor became Hagar, Sarah's maid in the Jewish story. Awesome. There you go. Wicca is the most seen in bookstores. Yes. Yep. Which is okay. I shouldn't curl my lip because Wicca, why do I look so pale? There we go. It's something about the light. Isn't that funny? I mean, I know I'm white, but I'm not that white. I'm going to lower it just a little. Wow, that really is annoying. Nope. I don't like looking this pale. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to try to get off that. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, Wicca. A lot of people know that paganism is Wicca only. I know. I know. I'm transparent. I always say I'm transparent. I'm not even just white. I'm transparent. I am I'm a Viking. So, you know, again, I'm a Viking, Celtic, Druid. Irish, English, Danish. Yeah, so get your source from several sources because some people, you know, are not quite as good as I am maybe with their research. So Christianity later chose the December 25th to mark the birthday of Jesus Christ, placing it in line with the pagan winter solstice. Before the coming of Christianity, the wise men and women of the community would have announced that the festival magical workings had brought about a return of the light. This magic would have involved decorating homes, sharing gifts, lighting bonfires, giving offerings to the gods such as red berries and seasonal greenery. Yeah, that's mostly true. The Norse people placed a great significance on the enduring symbols of the fir, pine, holly, and other evergreen plants. So that is, and also Germanic, by the way. And again, so this source isn't great. Be careful. I first started exploring paganism through Wicca. Yep, eclectic. Me too, Laura. That's what I call myself, an eclectic pagan, because I take whatever I want from whoever I want. Now, with the exception of, I try not to do the, stealing from cultures that I have no business being in, unless, I have someone that can teach me that specifically for a reason. But I do take from other cultures that I have no part of. So, and I see that as honoring them, and I make sure that I don't ever make money from them or anything like that. Okay. I've been living in Florida for almost 10 years and I miss the snow. You can have it all, little dandelion. I have two colors, school glue white or boiled lobster red. Me too. Yay, Brad. You and I together. Yep. It'd be better than all this rain. Druidry is a lot of research, very little text that hasn't been tainted by Christianity. I bet, Ben. I know. I have a couple Druid books that I have gone through, and again, a lot of it. Even now, I love my John Matthews and Caitlin Matthews. I love them. But I know that some of their research is a bit tainted by stuff. And so, I take everything with a grain of salt and, triple check it with other sources that I trust too. I mix voodoo with my witch. Absolutely. See? Perfect. Wicca is more publicized. Yes, absolutely. Horus is the sun. Jesus. Hathor is the sister. The moonlight. And Jesus is the sunlight. Perfect. You said do the 12 nights of Yule. That's right. There's 12 nights of Yule. 12 days of Christmas, 12 nights of Yule. And the thing is, Christians, well, I don't know if they really celebrate or they just sing the song. But for us, for pagans, there is 12 days of celebration after Yule. It starts with Yule. So yay, we can celebrate a lot longer. I don't ever take off, for 12 days, but I kind of wish I would sometimes. I will talk more about that though, because I'll have a whole section, but we're already an hour and 16 minutes. Holy crap. Snowing up here. I'll send some down. Absolutely. Advent calendar, yes, but it's opposite. You'll notice the Advent calendar really goes before Christmas and counts down to Christmas. And ours starts at Christmas and counts after. Okay. What else am I finding? Making a Yule log. Wow, this is little. Because each type of wood is associated with various magical and spiritual properties, logs from different types of trees might be burned to get a variety of effects. Apple is the wood of choice for spiritual understanding, while the mighty oak is symbolic of strength and wisdom. A family hoping for a year of prosperity might burn a log of pine, while a couple hoping to be blessed with fertility would drag a bough of birch to their hearth. Okay, so no birch for any of you. You can play with your snow. I'll be playing with my fire. There you go. Perfect. In our house, we usually make our Yule log out of pine, but you can make yours out of any type of wood you choose. You can select one based on its magical properties, or you can just use, whatever's handy. To make a basic Yule log, you will need the following. A log. Duh. Pine cones, dried berries such as cranberries, cuttings of mistletoe, holly, pine needles, and ivy, feathers and cinnamon sticks, some festive ribbon, use paper cloth ribbon, blah, blah, blah. So, yep. Okay. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I'll try to post some of the recipes and how to make stuff, crafts, and all that. I have a whole bunch on my Pinterest page about crafts. Actually, I have a whole entire board about Yule crafts because there's so many. Somewhere when I was little, I remember an Advent calendar. Yeah, remember the purple and pink? I think there was one purple and the rest were pink or something like that. I know, I kind of remember that in the trappings of my mind somewhere. Mistletoe has been the subject of many legends and traditions for hundreds of years. Ancient Druids considered mistletoe sacred because it grew without roots in the ground and assumed that it must have been planted by the gods. Mistletoe was thought to ban evil spirits and bring good luck and great blessings. When the warriors met beneath mistletoe, they had to lay down their weapons and call a truce. From this, it became a sign of peace and goodwill. But why do we kiss people under the mistletoe? It all started with a goddess called Frigga. Her son Balder was shot with an arrow made of mistletoe. Frigga's friends succeeded in conjuring up powers to save the boy. Balder lived anew, and Frigga ordered that the mistletoe should never again be used to harm. Instead, she made it a symbol of love by kissing anyone who passed under it. Yay! All right. The light of day and the light of night, sunlight, moonlight. Yep, good. I wrap a pine log and all the willow branches that fall in my yard and have a big, slightly unsafe bonfire every year around Yule. Absolutely. I love having bonfires at Yule. It's the best time because it's freaking freezing. So it's awesome. Ruby, me too. I don't see them around now. I live in New York, but I'm sure I can find it online. Love that about the mistletoe. Yeah, me too. I love all the little stories. So here's something to make a 12 herb sachet for Yule. What do we got? Yule poem, which is really pretty. I'll post that. Yule is deeply rooted in the cycle of the year. It is the seed time of year, the longest night and the shortest day, where the goddess once again becomes the great mother, gives birth to the new sun king. In a poetic sense, it is on this longest night of the winter, the dark night of our souls, that there springs the new spark of hope, the sacred fire, the light of the world. Yay. We read a text and would light a candle. Awesome. Time to turn inward from the world. In the quiet, we have an opportunity to contemplate, to be more aware of our dreams and visions. A lot of psychic work during Yule and after Yule. Lots of psychic work because there's lots of darkness, a lot more time to meditate, that kind of thing. We're going to be working with psychic stuff a lot. We all have psychic powers. You just have to practice them. So I'll start to teach you, if you guys want to, about mediumship, about getting messages from spirit. I haven't done that in quite a while, but we'll do it. If you want to, you know, practice that kind of stuff, we'll do that. Yes, please. Yay, we burn pearwood. Perfect for bounty. Every cycle must return to stillness, silence, the dark. Interested? Perfect. I totally got my camera dirty, didn't I? Here, I was trying to clean it, and I got it dirty. Hold on. Sorry. Darkness. There, that's better. Okay, how we doing? 121. All right. Yes, a form of divination. Did somebody ask? Scrying considered psychic work? Oh, yes, absolutely. For sure. It is definitely a form of divination. I love scrying. I haven't scryed in a long time because, you know, you start to get comfortable with the things that you do a lot, and then you don't go back to, you know, when you're new, remember I say experiment. I experimented with everything. I used my pendulums all the time. I did scrying. I did a crystal ball. I did mediumship just as mediumship. I did all that stuff. I kind of tried all that stuff to see which ones I was better at, and then you kind of stick with them. But, you know, you have to kind of go around because you go through cycles in life. So you might get better at something else later. I want to try to scry Charmed Way. Well, go right ahead. The 12 zodiac constellations appears the 12 tribes of Jacob. Yep. I need to make a new mirror. Mine broke. Oh, we could do that too. That's a great craft to do, is to make a scrying mirror. As a matter of fact, did I put it up here? I used to have the one that I was ready to do next. So when I got it out, I would remember to do it, but I haven't for a while. Yep. The true Yule. Here's a whole bunch of information. How do you do that, Ben? Wait, Ben. Pendulum and tarot. Absolutely. What's the significance of cranberry? Cranberry, because it is still around this time of year. That's the significance. It's like holly. It's one of those things that is one of the few things that are still around when the snow comes and stuff. That would be awesome. I've not seen scrying before. We can do that. That's good to hear. Hi, Matt. Okay. I'm an Italian, and I remember my grandmother would take a bowl of water and drop oil into it when someone was sick or had a headache and repeat words in Italian. Couldn't teach until it's Christmas Eve. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. My husband is Italian, and they called his grandmother, I'm terrible with Italian, but I think it's Gaione. Something like that. And it apparently it means witch in Italian. And she did all that stuff. If you were pregnant and you sneezed and you went to wipe your hand on your shirt or something, she would bring your hand around to your ass and say, oh, you almost caused a birthmark wherever you hit. It was something about the sneezing, and wherever you put your hand next, that's where the birthmark would be on the baby. She used to do all kinds of stuff. She cured I think it was my oldest son was like had his days and nights mixed up when he was a baby. And she came in and turned him in the crib 3 times and said something over him. I don't know what it was. And that switched his days and nights back. And it really did. It totally worked. So she was, hi, Trinity. Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you loved my channel. We love that you're here. Welcome, welcome. All right, here's a whole bunch of information. I'm not going to read all these things, guys. But, so you get the idea. For me, again, I will repeat, Yule is one of the most spiritual of the holidays for me. Yes, superstition is an understatement. Absolutely. And my husband's family too. They're very superstitious about stuff. It is such a spiritual thing. Something for me about being out in the darkness and waiting for the sun to come up again and singing. I sing, half the night until the sun comes back up. You light the candles. You make sure you have candles inside of the window to help the sun rise again. There's a lot of spiritual things that happen in the winter solstice that actually that's where I bet you my most spiritual experience was at Yule. I was outside in this house before they built that annoying apartment complex right behind our house. And singing and waiting for the sun, and I heard a snort, and about maybe 50 feet, maybe not quite, maybe 30 feet away, was a big stag and had his little doe with him and just snorted at me to let me know he was there. And we stared at each other for it had to be 3 minutes because it seemed like an eternity. I just stared at him. And he stared at me, and it was to me, it was like Cernunnos. He was there to tell me I was doing the right thing, that I was on the right path, that, the sun would rise again, that everything was going to be okay. And it was one of the most spiritual things that's ever happened to me in my life. Very cool. And as cold as it was, it just was the coolest thing. And then he just I stopped my song, and it's like he was listening to my song. And he just turned his head and led his little bride away to, another part of the yard. But it was the best thing I can think of. It was pretty much the most spiritual experience I've ever had. So I highly recommend, if you can, stay up that night and sing and chant and, do stuff. If you want, we can do some stuff on here until late at night. And welcome the sun back. Now I did see a question. Hold on. Superstitions. Yes. So do I watch the sunrise? Perfect. I know I saw a question, guys. Sorry. I'm getting there. Can you, tell us more about Cernunnos. So Cernunnos is the horned god. There's different versions of Cernunnos throughout different pantheons. But Hern, Pan, Cernunnos, it is always the horned god. Cernunnos to me is it is just all the masculine, protective, sacred masculine, sexual, that masculine energy is all wrapped up into Cernunnos for me. And it's such a beautiful connection. I just adore. Every ritual I have some horns someplace. Pan is for you. Perfect. Not bad. I have to say, an hour and a half. That was pretty good. I dressed up as a satyr in school last week. Yay! Oh, yes. I want to see a picture of that for sure. He is the protector, god of nature and the other world. Absolutely. For sure. That protection energy. And he just, I adore that divine masculine energy. To connect with that is a beautiful thing in all ways. And I can do, some study work about God and Goddess in a video if you want to do some study work. We did a little bit of that when we started shadow work, when we were doing our shadow work series, but there's so much more to be talked about. What night do we stay up to welcome the sun this year, the 21st or the 22nd? This question was asked by a few people. Okay, so good question. I believe, now, we're supposed to stay up the longest night. So, I believe that we stay up the 21st, waiting for the sun to rise again, even though we're celebrating Yule the 21st, because that's actually the solstice. But the longest night is going to be when the shortest day was. Yes, 21st into the 22nd. So we'll be staying up. You can celebrate all kinds of stuff for Yule that day, right? And then that night we'll be staying up and welcoming the sun coming up on the 22nd, which is Saturday, is the 22nd. So if you have a Monday through Friday job, that makes it work. I actually took off the 21st, which is Yule. I always take off for Yule. Yule and Beltane are my two biggies. No. Yes. Yule and Beltane. Oh, no. Beltane and Samhain are my two biggies when I take off days and days. But Yule, I love taking it. I always take off at least the day of Yule. Friday night chat party. Absolutely. Let's do it. That sounds good. We'll be up late and hanging and talking. And I've been trying to figure out, I think if we sing songs and stuff, yay, perfect. If we sing songs and stuff, I think it's okay. They just give you one ding, and I only have one ding my entire time of being on YouTube, and that was my Samhain ritual. I sang that one freaking song, or I had that one song on there, and they dinged me. But I've only gotten one ding my entire thing, so if I sing some songs on Yule, too bad. Oh, wait, y'all be up, but it'll be morning for me already. That's right, Nicole. Now, Nicole, where are you? Wish we could all fly so we can gather in a coven circle. Yes. Oh my goodness. I know, Hexa. Me too. The Philippines. So technically, you're in the southern hemisphere, right? So technically, now, Nicole, I don't want you to think that you can't celebrate, because you can. But if you're in the southern, oh, you're still northern. Phew. Good. I was going to say, if you're in the southern hemisphere, technically it's not Yule for you. But it is. Okay, perfect. Yay, I'm so glad. I know. I totally, and I promise you, I'm telling you right now, if we win the lottery, my husband or I wins the lottery, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of land, and I'm going to have a big pagan commune where we all live together and are able to practice together, and we find ways to make money, like we, do tarot readings online or something, and then we can, I hope you can make it too, Jim. It's been good to have you here. And then we can teach each other stuff and have classes and study together and, commune together, and that's what I want to do. If I win the lottery, I'm going to do it. Yay! So I'll cook for everyone. Perfect. And we all now make spells, so Jen will win the lottery. There you go. I'm in. I'll help pay the property tax. Yoo-hoo! That would be awesome. So I do. Any men? Of course there'll be men. Of course. I do. What was I just going to say? Spells. I'll cook for everyone. Sounds wonderful. I'll pay property taxes. Oh, yes. Tarot stock. Don't forget that tarot stock is coming. It is, I promise, I will call tomorrow. I don't have too many patients tomorrow. We may all be gay, though. There are some straight pagan men out there. I know it. There will be a field. There definitely will be a field. There'll be several fields that will need fertilizing. When is Pepper's birthday? I want to hire her as stripper. I know, right? She obviously needs it, Tina. We have to do something. Tarot stock will be the end of fertilizing as in sex. Yes, Nicole. Fertilizing as in sex. Tarot stock will be the end of April, the end of May, beginning of June. I keep doing that. I don't know why I'm skipping May. The end of May, beginning of June. So it will be warm enough to be outside in a tent if we need to be. I swear I'm going to call. I know, Xanthia, I know. I'm trying to wind it down, but we get squirrel talk in here. Hello, everyone. I'm totally in for all of it. Yay, spiritual splendor. Awesome. End of May, beginning of June. I have to call the hotel and see when if I can get a discount rate and when they have the most openings around that time. It is going to be at my house because I have a big old farmhouse that we can cook and all that in. If you want to sleep in a tent, there's plenty of land for you to sleep in a tent. If not, there is a hotel across the street, and I'm going to be getting a group rate for everyone to come and stay in the hotel if you want. There will be a couple spots to stay in the house, or like a sleeping bag in the house, or, I have a couple extra beds, but, not a whole lot. So if you, bring a cot or something, I have a couple big rooms that we could always put cots in. So I spoke to Josh about that already. He's down to go, definitely, and want to do the tent. Awesome. Woohoo. Yay, Hexen, I'm so excited. You'll actually be here. Yay. I hope everyone can come. I would love to have 100 of us. That would be awesome. So I know Jennifer Ball already said she was in. So yay, Dave is in. That means Maddie's in. Perfect. I love it. I'll start planning. Absolutely. So Lillian's calling the sofa. Perfect. My husband and I want to come planning it. Awesome. Brittany, are you one of the ones? I know a while ago I had asked for people to send me an email to help me plan if you want to. And, oh, Jim says he's straight. There you go. We got at least one. Ben says he's going to be there. Well, Ben, I hope you're going to be there. You're right here. Hey, do you have muscular calves? Okay, James. Sure. Awesome, Ruby. I want everyone. I want everyone to come who can come for sure, because we will have a great time. And there's going to be teachings, and there is going to be tarot, and I figured we'd do, at least a couple Savers and Goodwill runs to teach people what to look for. I checked, Jen, and from Hampton, Virginia to Rochester, New York, a Greyhound is $99. Woo! I love it. Perfect. That is awesome. So you are all welcome to come. It's Rochester, New York, right outside of Rochester, New York. I live in Fairport, technically, which is on the east side of Rochester, New York. And so, we'll be more. We could drive to Rochester. Yeah, I know. You're not that far, Maddie. The more, the merrier. If my husband feels like he will be able to be comfortable to come, then I will. I hope so, Xanthia. My husband's kind of shy too, so they might get along fine. And my husband isn't pagan, and he's kind of quiet and stuff, but he's always there to help out. And you live in New York somewhere in time. Perfect. Thrifty treasure hunters, here we come. That's right. Mississippi to New York. Awesome. FYI, I got married at Thomas Creek. No way. Oh my gosh. That's right down the street. Pick me up, Matt. I'm only a 19-hour drive away. Woohoo. So absolutely. So we will be, yeah. Are you kidding me? Hexen and I are going to have a thrifting class on what to look for and how to look for stuff, right? Perfect. Drive out, fly out, however you can get here. If you can fly out, and that's what I keep saying, if you can fly out and have a little bit money for food, we figured we will. My husband knows how to cook for a whole bunch of people too, so we will just kind of throw in and everybody kind of have a dish to pass kind of thing every night, and we'll have snacks and stuff, and we'll just help each other out. I don't want you to have to, feel like you have to bring a whole lot of money or anything like that. If you can make it here, we'll figure it out. So yay, that will be awesome. I will try to remember if one of you guys who messages me, Hexen or Maddie, try to remind me to call the hotel tomorrow. So I need to get the date set so we can know this. And Brittany's a great cook. Awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So you're in Charleston. Awesome. Come on down. Come on up, technically. Try to message me tomorrow and tell me to call the hotel, because that's what happens every day. I'm like, I got to call the hotel. I got to call the hotel. And then, you know me, I get patience and I'm a squirrel and that's it. I'm done. I'm in Northeast Florida, but I doubt I can come. Someone needs to watch my siblings and I might be busy with college and I'm broke. If there's any way you can, little dandelion, we'll help you out. How many days is it for? So I figured if people get here either Thursday night or Friday morning and stay until Sunday or Monday, do a long weekend kind of thing. I'm going to put in for it January 1st. As soon as I find out the dates, I'm going to put in for it at work so I know I can have time off. So it'll be like a long weekend, and we can make that Thursday to Monday. Or, if you can only stay the weekend and do Friday to, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll plan on having people here until, Monday night. I put a reminder to remind you to call hotel. Thank you, Maddie. Oh, survey, missed the Yule talk, and now tarot stock. Yay! I know, that's okay, Grandma. You can always watch it back. Speaking of reminding, is the deck in the mail? It is almost. It is actually wrapped up and ready for the mail to go. We had to, I'll tell you, Jack, as an aside, just you and me. We had to, when my sons left. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. All my sons are gone again, you guys. My youngest left with Frankie today. He decided to go back with Frankie. And so I am an empty nester again. It'll be weird but it'll be a good month. He's only going until, Christmas time. He's coming back. Drum circle. Yes, absolutely. So anyway, I had to give him some extra money because he was taking my youngest son. And so when I get paid, which is, do I get paid this Thursday? What's the date? Damn it. I need the date. Today is okay. So yes, I get paid this Thursday. Yes. So Thursday, I am sending it out on Thursday. I'm a little bit short because my oldest took my youngest and I really had to help him out. So I'm sorry. It's all ready to go and it's going in the mail on Thursday. Okay? Sorry. It's going, I swear. Forgive me, Jack. You're sending me 2 more books. Awesome, Michelle. Perfect. When is this planned for? It's going to be the end of May, beginning of June, depending. It's either going to be like the last weekend of May or the first weekend in June. Rochester, New York. Yes, yes, yes. So you okay with that? I'm sorry, Jack. I know it's later than I wanted it to be. Just weird shit keeps coming up. Thank you, Hexen. That's good. It won't be so hot. Yes, exactly. It won't be too hot. It won't be freezing cold. I figured that would be a good time. Jack, are you still there? I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. He's not going to answer me. He's going to make me feel bad now. I'll bring mine, Dave, and an extra for Dave. What did I miss? Yes, Brad. What did Dave need? Hi, Eric. I'll bring mine. Plus, that's a busy performance time for me. Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. Very sweet of you, my dear. I'm a chef. I can cook for really large groups. Jim, you're hired. Look at that. Someone else. Late May. Yep. Maddie, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. I love you. Oh, well, you'll be pleasantly greeted with the Southern draw. Hell yeah, absolutely. That would be awesome. A singing bowl circle. Hell yeah. I wonder if I can get some of the local people who have those big crystal ones to come and perform. I can get a hold of my shaman who can do a drum circle. I wonder if... Oh, I got all kinds of ideas working in my head now. And I'm afraid Jack isn't talking to me anymore. A singing bowl meditation. Yes. If you guys want to... Ruby, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are great. Jen said I was joking. Okay, good. All right. Thank you. I'm sorry, Maddie. I swear it's coming. I have it all ready to go out, and then something weird comes up again, and I feel terrible about it. So I'm really sorry. And Ruby, thank you so much. You guys are just, I just love you guys. You're so good to me. Bonfire. Oh, hell yes. Bonfires every night for sure. We'll be up doing drum circles, chanting, dancing around the bonfire. Oh, yes, yes, yes. All right. Thank you, Celtic Morning. Dave. Thank you, Dave. You guys are making me blush. You're so cute. Thank you so much. You guys are too much. I just love it. This will be something to remember. Yes, it will be a great, great time. So if anybody does super chat, pick the amounts. No, you pick the amount that you want to donate. So you can pick whatever amount you want. You guys, really, you're so great to me. I know I'm getting all red now, right? Karen, you guys. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to get off now. You guys are, thank you. I really appreciate it. I can't, you guys are just really good to me. And I really appreciate it a lot more than I can tell you. And I'm not going to cry because I'm not, but really, I appreciate it a lot. For real. It means a lot to me. Right? At least the camera won't make me look like, yeah, right? I am feeling the love. Yep. You do. And Angela, I know you do more than, you guys all do more than enough. And that's why I am changing my Patreon stuff, because I don't want you to feel like you have to contribute. You don't. I love you guys because you contribute with being here. And that means so much to me. I can't even tell you. It means so much to me. And the money part of it is a part that I'm uncomfortable about, and I don't even like bringing up. And, but it does help because, you know, I'm a person that lives paycheck to paycheck, and I do spend a lot of my time on here. And so thank you guys so much. Really. And I'm not going to do this. You guys are making me cry on camera. Stop it. But thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to be more gracious. So thank you. Honey, $1.99 is fine. To me, that's amazing. For real, thank you. I can't even. I love you guys. Okay. Thank you guys. And I love you. And tomorrow is Tarot Tuesday. So we will be back to talking about tarot. I have so many to do. I didn't even, I have a package that I was gonna do tonight and show you because it's a really cute children's book. And I haven't even gotten to see it because I don't want to open it until I'm on camera. But, you know, it's been almost 2 hours again. Oh my gosh. It is. It is about the gesture and not the amount completely. And that's why it means so much to me, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to sign up for it and all that stuff. When it's Book of Shadows Thursday, that's a good idea. We could do that. I will get your package out soon, Jen. Angela, thank you. And don't even worry about it. I never, you know, if somebody says they're going to send me something and you feel called to do that, that's awesome. But I never ask when it's coming or anything, because to me, the universe has its own time. So whenever the universe lets it happen, that's when it was supposed to happen. So thank you all so much. You're so sweet. And I have so many videos to catch up on. Eventually I will catch up, right? Yay. Good night. I love you guys. What if the Facebook page called? Oh, it is called Willow Wins Thrifty Witchin'. Angela? I love it. Look at that was like on cue. There is the link for the Facebook page. Thank you guys. I love you and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.